Eid Mubarak, ladies and gentlemen. It's another Eid. Big up to all of you guys watching the video. Please do subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Please do like the video. I'm going to be talking about all the latest Arsenal transfer news, but I just wanted to say Eid Mubarak to all my Muslim brothers and sisters. Hopefully you guys had yourself a wonderful day. In case you don't know, today is Eid, and it's to commemorate the end of the pilgrimage to Mecca. We have Eid twice a year, one to end at the end of Ramadan and another one at the end of pilgrimage to Mecca and Hajj, in case you guys don't know what that means. And yeah, long story short, today is one of the most holiest days of the year for Muslims, and I've been celebrating. My family's been celebrating, and for me and my family to yours, to all my brothers and sisters, I hope you guys had yourself a wonderful day. But yeah, let's get down to the rest of our business that we have to get into, as we got to talk about transfers. But before we go any further, I just want to ask you guys a simple question: what would you rate Arsenal's transfer window if these were Arsenal's 4 incoming signings without even including anybody else yet? Zubimendi, Sesko, Kepa Arrizabalaga, and Rodrygo. Let me know. Rate this window out of 10 with those 4 players. Let me know in the comment section right now. But next, we're going to also have to talk about each one by one and why these 4 are on the table. First things first, we already know we've signed Zubimendi, signed, sealed, delivered. He's going to be an Arsenal player. David Onstein's reported it. Fabrizio Romano's reported it. Everybody's reported it. We're just waiting on July 1st for the deal to be signed, sealed, and delivered, as Real Sociedad would like the finances to show up on their books for next year's books, starting from July the 1st. And then talking about the next player, Sesko. Well, Fabrizio Romano has given us an update on Sesko earlier today, so let's talk about that before we move any further. Sesko, what's going on with Sesko? Well, Fabrizio Romano gave us an update. His update is right here in front of me right now, and I'm going to read it for you guys, as in case you guys haven't heard. Arsenal are now advancing in negotiations with Benjamin Sesko. After initial concrete talks reported last week, discussions underway and proceeding well between all parties involved with the player and the club. No agreement yet, no now, or expected this week, but advancing. Sorry about my dyslexia, guys. Kind of struggled to read there, learning disabilities and all that, but we got there in the end. So Benjamin Sesko, in case you guys don't know, is now advancing with Arsenal. The 22-year-old Slovenian striker is looking more and more likely to be joining Arsenal, as the conversation is being continued. 35 minutes ago, Ben Jacobs reported that Arsenal are continuing talks with Leipzig over Benjamin Sesko, with the bid possibly soon. Sesko is keen on the move. Gyokeres is still under consideration, as Berta is keen and advanced multiple options before official bids, but Sesko discussions are more advanced. Arsenal feel both Sesko and Gyokeres could be secured for around 70 million euros. That's good to hear. 70 million euros, that's like 65 million pounds. And Gyokeres remains open to Manchester United even without Champions League football. So there you go. And we even heard earlier today, just to let you guys know, that Gyokeres is still keen on a move to Arsenal. I mean, and he still wants a move. So Gyokeres fancies a move to Arsenal, and if he gets the pick, his club in the summer, he would obviously join Arsenal, as he prefers Arsenal and the Premier League over interests in Spain and Italy. So he's on his knees for Arsenal, but Manchester United fans will tell you the exact opposite, which is crazy. Looking here, we got Benjamin Sesko's thing right here. You can see he's improved massively from year to year, as he was nowhere near the level that he was the year prior. Interesting. I'm confused. What the hell is this telling me? Look below XG, you will find a sleeping juggernaut. Numbers, hype. What gives? Interesting. So this is an interesting breakdown of Sesko. They're trying to improve it. With looking at stats, clips, videos, what's your perception of Sesko's performances this season compared to last season? He's improved, he's regressed, he's maintained the same level. Next, what is this? Physically, he's a freak with sprints, top speed, covering distance, aerial duels won, and everything else, and where he lies in the percentiles among strikers. Okay. Physically, he's a freak as he wants work rate, he wants top speed, and you want physicality. Benjamin Sesko's up there. All right. What is this? Benjamin Sesko's role changed from central output. Okay. So he's progressive ball carries, passing, final third actions. He's like a complete striker then. What is this? Distance covered, intensity, sprints. Looks like Benjamin Sesko has all of the tools, and they're showing you that box dominator and link up play target man. He is amongst the best. Interesting. Surely this is not all the strikers in the world. All the under 21 forwards, yeah, under 21s. Benjamin Sesko's goal conversion profile. Ooh, 13 goals out of 9.7 XG is pretty good. The year prior, not bad. Is that the same year? Yeah, that's the same year. They might have made a mistake. They should have put the different year. Conclusion: Benjamin Sesko is a physical specimen capable of performing both link-up duties and box-dominating, dynamic chance converter and numbers. No matter how you slice them, I know he is considered raw and one of those players that you have to watch to understand. But I don't believe that's the case. I was blown away with what I saw in the analytics sides, which it was not something I was expecting. And what he is considered raw, Benjamin Sesko. I am terrified what the finished product could be. Wow. So this report right here is saying this guy's terrified what Benjamin Sesko could look like as the finished article. That kind of gets you excited if we do end up signing Benjamin Sesko, because interesting report to say the least about Benjamin Sesko right there. But before we go any further, please do hit the like button, guys. Please do hit the subscribe button. Enough about Benjamin Sesko. Now let's get on to more pressing matters, as we need to speak about some other players and some other potential signings in the comment section right now. But also some players who are not going to be going anywhere. Reports are that Kiwior is not going to be going anywhere. Kiwior is most likely going to be staying at Arsenal. Kiwior gave an interview. Nowadays, the best advice I could give would be don't read pointless online comments. I always give 100%. I never discourage. If you're not in the starting lineup, keep fighting for your place. It looks like Kiwior will also most likely be staying at Arsenal for the upcoming season. We also got news on Kepa Arrizabalaga. It looks like Arsenal are interested in signing Kepa Arrizabalaga as he is available for £5 million. Now, I'm not 100% interested in Chelsea rejects once again, but it does seem like this is one Chelsea reject that would be very cheap and would fill a duty that we need. We need a backup keeper. We need somebody who can cover for Raya if he was to get injured. And Kepa, he might not be the best overall player, but last season at Bournemouth, he was solid. He was one of the better keepers. And I do think if he was to come into Arsenal as a backup, surely he's going to be better than what Neto was last season, which was a non-starter, somebody who can even play in the cup games. So hopefully Kepa can come in. Hopefully Kepa can give us a boost. And it does look like Arsenal is going to go for Kepa as he has a £5 million release clause. I don't like the fact that he previously played for Chelsea, but the fact that he played last year for Bournemouth and he played so well kind of gives me some confidence that he can be decent as a backup keeper. Now let's hear what Fabrizio Romano has to say about Sesko.
Breaking exclusive news for Arsenal fans, Benjamin Šeško is getting closer to joining Arsenal. The conversation started last week, as I told you, with negotiations ongoing between Arsenal, Leipzig, and the player is now moving forward. Conversations advancing between Arsenal, the agent of Benjamin Šeško, and Red Bull Leipzig. All parties involved. It's not a done deal at this stage. It's not agreed personal terms or transfer fee, but positive talks took place this week. More conversations will continue next week in order to try reach the agreement, but deal ongoing for Benjamin Šeško to Arsenal.
Boom. So that's what he's currently saying. Also, we got some great news earlier today about none other than the man himself, Gabriel Magalhães. But before we go to that, let's just go through the Kepa stuff. So we spoke about Kepa, 5 million, Champions League experience, Premier League experience, winning experience. He is expected to be currently a discount, and Arsenal, despite having David Ray established as the number one, they're looking at Kepa as a potential backup. Let me know, would you guys take Kepa at Arsenal? I personally don't mind the deal at all, right now. And also great news, Big Gabriel Magalhães has signed the new deal for Arsenal, and he will be staying until 4 more years. So until 2030, 2029, he will be in the building at Arsenal, 4 more years at Arsenal. And shout out to Gabriel Magalhães, one of the first players Arteta bought in when starting this project, and it looks like he was right to do so. So big up to him. Also, reportedly about the Konstantin Karius guy, I think his dad might have jumped the gun and told us information that wasn't accurate. He told us that his son was ready to be purchased now, and Arsenal were going to pay 45 million. The deal was close. Apparently that's BS, and I'm not surprised, as why would Arsenal spend 45 million on a 17-year-old right now when we're trying to get over the line and start winning major honors? Now, I do think we should invest in youngsters, but attacking midfield might be an area where we're kind of covered. We have Maz, we have Ethan, we have Max Dahman, we have Odegaard. I think I need a little bit more experienced player in that position if we're going to buy one. Another 17-year-old, for especially if the money that's talking about doesn't make sense. It seems like a mismanagement of funds. Use that money on a forward, use that money on a left winger, use that money to help the first team now instead of mismanaging it on things that are irrelevant. But yeah, bringing it back to Kepa quickly, Fabrizio Romano and everybody else speaking about it there. But we got an update 22 hours ago about Rodrygo also. Rodrygo is now likely to leave Real Madrid this summer, and the club will be demanding around 80 million euros. Fixed, that means the sale will be more likely around 100 million total. That's with add-ons. And we already know about the report that Arsenal's number one winger option is going to be Rodrygo. So there you have it. Now I'm going to bring you back to the question I asked you at the beginning of the video. And I'm just going to ask you guys quickly, what do you guys think? What do we guys think now about this potential transfer window? Kepa, Rodrygo, and Zubimendi this summer. The four of them coming in this summer. It's not a 10, let's be honest. If you want a 10 window, we need another, like, at least 2 more players minimum before we start talking about 10s. I'll give it an 8. That's me being fair. But yeah, let me know in the comment section what you guys would rate this window. Kepa, Rodrygo, Sesko, and Zubimendi in the comments. And we're out of here, people. Catch you guys in the next video. Love for the love. Eid Mubarak to all my brothers and sisters. And we're out of here. Peace. Love.